What if I told you that there was a college out there in a small town of Indiana where the football program in the 2010s has more appearances on college game day than they do wins in the entire 2010s decade? Welcome to Earlham College. Located in Richmond, Indiana, they ran this piece with College Game Day a few years ago to highlight a program that at the time has the longest losing streak in all of college football. And that losing streak still stands because sadly, shortly after this piece was ran, the Earlham administration decided to discontinue the football program at Earlham College. And for an entire decade, this was actually the case. And if it wasn't for St. Thomas making the brave jump from Division 3 all the way up to Division 1 level, it probably wouldn't still be the case. But thanks to the inspiration of St. Thomas, the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, they made the bold move to not only add Wittenberg and Capital University to go from 10 teams to 12 teams, they have also successfully, as a conference, are going to make the jump from Division 3 up to the FBS level. And so, Earlham College football program is born once again at the FBS level. But despite the fact that a new football program is going to come back, they face the same challenges. They're going to have one of the worst rosters in the FBS going into their first season returning with college football on Earlham's campus. But can they meet the challenge this time? Or will they have to disband the program like they did a decade ago? Welcome to the Earlham Rebuild Dynasty here on NCAA 14. Let's get it!
Hey, what's good everybody? This is John J. Gaiman on the mic, and welcome to a brand new series here on the channel. We are here with Earlham College. We are going to take them from the bottom feeders of college football to help them become national champions of the highest level of collegiate football. It's going to be a great one here, man. So make sure you smash that like button as well as hit subscribe for me if you do happen to be brand new to the channel and like what you see as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at how this roster is shaping up. And we got a couple of custom recruits. Shout out to the people on Discord that, support me through thick and thin. If you want to check out the Discord, that is linked in the description. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these custom prospects. First, we got Terrain Patton, who's going to be our starting quarterback. He's got some decent speed, 70 speed guy, has good height as well, 6'5", 215, but he can't throw a football to save his life. We're going to be doing a lot of scrambling and trying to run for our lives here. At halfback, we got Aaron Ball, a custom recruit, 49 overall. Only a 71 speed though, not very good for a halfback, but he's a little bit of all tricks and trades. He has a good stiff arm and a good juke move as well that I think we could use if we can get him into the open field. At wide receiver, we actually have 3 custom recruits here. We have Saint Valham. He's going to be a pretty good player for us. He's going to be the best wide receiver on this team. This was a guy you're probably wondering why is 287. He actually ate 3,000 calories per day in the 7th grade, and it led him to this moment. He still has 80 speed though, so he's still pretty quick. Got decent jumping ability, but can't really catch the ball though. Expect a lot of drops. If you guys remember from my St. Thomas Dynasty, one of the best wide receivers to come from St. Thomas was Isaiah Thomas. This is Miami Thomas, who is the son of Isaiah. He's got good speed to work with and decent jumping abilities, but also going to have to really work on his catching. That 60 catch and 54 route running is going to give us a very difficult time. Henry B. York is also a wide receiver custom recruit, 6'6", 195 pounds. A decent speed guy, 78 speed, which is not too terribly bad, but 55 catching, leaving a lot more to be desired. Over on free safety, we got a guy named Caden Doman. He's the only defensive custom recruit that we have here to start Season 1. He's one of our better players though, with 51 overall, who's got 90 acceleration and pretty solid agility. That 50 awareness though is going to be a problem, especially because the man in zone coverage is not very good. That being said though, he can put some head on the lumber on the quarterback. I wouldn't be shocked if he did force a fumble or two over the course of this season. So as you probably saw from those custom recruit introductions, this is a team that's not going to be very good starting off. When your best player is the kicker, that's definitely never a good sign, no matter how good or bad the kicker is, especially when our best player is a 60 overall. We have a long rebuild ahead of us, but hey, you already know I love a challenge. And speaking of challenges, we'll go ahead and take a look at the house rules that we will have working with this dynasty.
So after careful consideration, this is the house rules that I'm going to be rocking with throughout the course of this dynasty. At least to start off, all of these are subject to change, of course, depending on, what I'm feeling. We may tinker between season, but these are the rules that I'm going to be working with within this dynasty. First, we have ask play calling only. So there's a feature in NCAA 14, the ask coach feature when you're playing the game. I'm only allowed to use that. So if my coach wants to settle for a field goal, I have to settle for a field goal. If my coach wants to go for 2 or wants to go for it on 4th down, I have to do that as well for the most part. I also will not allow to be able to audible or hot route once I call my play. So whatever play I decide to call, that's what I have to go ahead and work with throughout the series. We also only will be allowed to recruit pipeline states and our home state of Indiana for recruiting purposes. But the prospect also has to be interested as well, although there is no star limit regardless of what prestige we happen to be. In addition to that, we can't add new players as well unless everyone is signed. So the only time we'll be able to add or remove people from our board is during the off season, as well as the preseason leading to each year as well. And I'll have a max of 25 players that I can have on the board at any one time. Finally, we aren't allowed to have FCS opponents over the course of this series. Nobody really trying to play FCS East, FCS Midwest, Maybe one day when we have actual FCS teams in the game, we'll be able to go ahead and do that. But for right now, we're not going to do so. And random coaching upgrades. Every time one of my coaches get an upgrade, I will be using random number generator so that I can't just go ahead and put everything into the recruiting tree, for example. So it's really up to the random number generator what upgrades I get to work with for my coach.
So since that our recruiting is only going to be limited to our pipeline states as well as our home state of Indiana, this is what we're going to have to work with at least to start this dynasty. Right now we don't even have our home state as a pipeline state, so a huge priority for us this season is to get these guys in Indiana so that we can turn that into a pipeline state for future seasons. And then thankfully we also have Texas and California to work with as well, all of which are 3-star guys. Nobody is really that interested in us, so we got a lot of work to do in order to build the Earlham college football brand. But I like what I have in order for a start. And speaking of that recruiting board, let's take a quick look at what we got going on here. More notable guys, we got guys like Adam Thomas, and then we got some other high profile guys like Justin Burden, Theo Davis, and Kevin Russell. Guys that can really come in and help our team right away, as well as a few fillers that could come in and help us out too. On top of that, we definitely have some work to do. So this first recruiting class is going to be critical in order to go ahead and build this program up moving forward. Another thing that I also like to do as well is I like to completely randomize the playbooks that I use as well. So I'm going to count down from 3 and see what we got. 3, 2, 1, boom. And we're actually going to run the Michigan offense. I don't know how I feel about it. I am not a Michigan fan whatsoever. I know the offensive fertility against Ohio State, but hey, it is what it is. That's what we're going to be rocking with for season 1. And then for the defense, we're going to do the same thing. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we have a 4 free multiple to work with as well, so it's going to be interesting. 4 free multiple give us some flexibility. And then the Michigan playbook, I actually never ran it before, so that's certainly going to be interesting to work with. Also, we'll go ahead and take a look at our Season 1 schedule. This is, now remember, we actually cannot have any FCS opponents, so we're going to have to play against FBS teams, and it's not going to be easy to build it up, but I am ready for this challenge though. We start our first game against Northwestern. We got a Big Ten opponent, and then we actually go on the road to play against Clemson, which at this point, not the same Clemson that you know and love, but they're still a very good team. Going to Death Valley, that's going to be a tough one to deal with. Then the Stark MAC play, as you've seen, Transylvania also starting their football program out within the HCAC, so they're actually in the same situation as we are, and you know, this is going to be our only winnable game, I think. We have to win this game, you know, get a little bit of confidence, because we're really gonna have to fight and claw for the opportunity to win more than maybe just this game. After that, we continue MAC's schedule play. We play Defiance, we play Lindbergh. We have a little, well, not a break, but we have one more non-conference game against Ole Miss. Then we play against the Bluffton Beavers, Manchester, who's ranked number 24 in the nation in the preseason rankings. Then we finish up with Rose-Hulman, which is our rival in this dynasty. Then we play Franklin, also a rival in this series, playing Hanover, and then finish up on the road to play against Anderson. With all that being said, though, I am so excited to get this series underway, and I hope you guys are too. Our very first game will be in the next episode. We're going to take on the Northwestern Wildcats from the Big Ten. They're B-, B, B- across the board. We're Fs across the board, but we are so ready for this challenge. And I know I said that I'm going to wait until I got the college football mod, but I just couldn't wait to get this series out to you guys. And once I do get the mod, this will be the first series that will feature college football revamp. So that being said, I hope you guys are still excited for the series, and if you are, do me a favor and please smash that like button for me, as well as hit subscribe. You have to be brand new as well. Till then, I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you all are out there having a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.